Hello everyone, Fred here. In this installment of TPP Dynamite, I'm going to be discussing my thoughts and feelings on the recently dropped final trailer for DC's Titans. First things first though, if you haven't already, let me encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I regularly post reviews of films, books, and movies on this channel. I'm also an author of adult and young adult mystery novels. To date, I've released 3 books: The Women in White, The Lethal List, and most recently, Textbook Murder. They're all on sale now, and there are purchase links in my video description below. With that in mind, and without further ado, I'm going to dig right into my topic for today. So yesterday, HBO Max dropped the trailer for the second half of DC's Titans Season 4, aka the final trailer for Titans, given that the show has officially been canceled. For whatever reason, HBO Max decided to air Titans in 2 parts for its 4th season, breaking the show's pattern of airing all its previous seasons on a weekly basis from start to finish with no interruptions. For that reason, Titans Season 4 Part 1 ended on a massive cliffhanger last year, with Sebastian Blood ready to assume his villainous role as Brother Blood, the Titans sent away apparently by Sebastian's roar power, and Gar sent away by his own request to the Red, the mystical other dimension tied to Gar's animal-based powers. In addition to the trailer, we got a pretty cool summary for the mid-season premiere episode, which will drop on April 13th. In the mid-season premiere, the Titans, with the exception of Gar, are returned to the place they had vanished, the Temple of Trigon, only to find Sebastian and Mother Mayhem are no longer there. The Titans rush to find them before Sebastian summons Trigon, their pursuit leading them to a mysterious town whose populace is hiding a deep secret. Along the way, the Titans come across a prophecy that may require Kory to make a huge sacrifice to save the world. But Dick's feelings for Kory surface and he refuses to let her die. Then there's a more general summary of Titans' final batch of episodes. In the final episodes, the Titans enter into an epic battle to save both Kory and the world. Gar goes on a quest of self-discovery, attempting to find his true purpose and to save his friends. Rachel embraces darker powers while Connor, struggling with his Lex Luthor side, goes his own way to defeat Sebastian. Tim and Bernard's growing feelings for each other become increasingly difficult to resist, and when Bernard's life is threatened, Tim finally becomes the hero he has always strived to be, meaning of course that he'll become Robin before the end of the season. Just a little aside on that, the Tim and Bernard thing is still buku creepy to me. I've said this in other Titans reviews, but Tim as presented in this show is a teenaged kid. Bernard as presented is an adult. Anything that happens between them is child grooming at best, and possibly statutory rape as well. So tying that ickiness into Tim's reasons for finally becoming a proper superhero seems like a recipe for storytelling failure. Besides which, there's just no freaking way that I buy that Tim will even be capable of being Robin before this season is up. Dick Grayson trained for years with Batman before he became Robin, and he had a lifelong background in acrobatics. Jason Todd trained at least a year before he was ready. Tim, he's been doing this for a few days in the story of Titans. Unless this season does a major time skip at some point, I will not accept that he'll ever be effective in the field before the show ends. Okay, rant over. The trailer itself looked pretty good. We get some cool scenes with Sebastian once he's reborn as Brother Blood and uses his roaring power again. We get scenes with the Titans dispersed, Dick and Kory in some sort of alternate reality where they're living together in a suburban setting, Gar as he's in the Red and faces various creatures and possibly also Freedom Beast from the comics. Superboy as he meets with Sebastian, embraces his Luthor side, seemingly abandons the Titans, and also possibly lasers to death the same jacked male cultist who was a part of May's inner circle and fought against Dick Grayson in the mid-season finale's final minutes. Rachel as she and Sebastian share a creepy bond where he can apparently feed off of her but also suffers the same damage that she does. We get shots of Sebastian and May as they appear to show off Sebastian's power to recruit new members at a church, shots of Tim Drake as he appears to train with Jason Todd, who finally makes his long-rumored return, and Tim also fights crime in a pretty amazing Robin suit. We get Gar as he appears to experience some sort of event in the red. There are some apocalyptic shots of flocking ravens, of Brother Blood as he may or may not open a hole in the sky and summon Trigon by blowing through a horn, of Brother Blood as he apparently kills Metropolis's Star Labs staff by draining their blood or life forces or something. Then there are some frenetic shots of Corey trapped in a kind of machine, the possible death of Bernard by Brother Blood, Dix dodging an energy blast with his acrobatics, the Titans fighting off henchmen and Brother Blood, and the Titans united and preparing for a fight of some kind. All told, the trailer was a solid hype machine for Titans' last 6 episodes. Unfortunately, if there's one thing I've learned about Titans, it's to not judge a season by its trailer. Ever since season 1, Titans has been dropping decent or even amazing trailers, then absolutely failing to deliver on the promise of those trailers in the story. The season 1 trailer was decent, not the best, but it caught my interest and caused me to actually check out the show, which was probably the biggest mistake I made in 2019, because season 1 was garbage, disjointed, nonsensical horse crap that made a mockery of everything that a Teen Titans show should or even could be. Season 2, same deal. Lit trailer, awful season. Season 3, ditto. The trailer was even cooler than the one for season 2. Season 3, however, was average at best itself. The season 4 part 1 trailer was the most amazing of them all, and the first half of Titans season 4, which wasn't exactly bad, still managed to ruin nearly every major promise or tease from the trailer. Like Deathstroke, that's just one example really. Mind you, Titans is a show that has gotten incrementally better each season, with season 4 being the best. Sadly, that's not saying very much, because 2 major problems have persisted from the start and have basically kept the show from being even a close cousin to good. The first problem is the writing. The writing for this show has always been so basic and underwhelming. Plot and canon and character motivations happen or change just because the story needs them to. Seasons 1 through 3 all started big, then just destroyed their own momentum by going microscopically small until the finales of those seasons. Though credit where it's due, season 4 has somewhat started to correct that second fault with a more slow boil approach to storytelling, and that's kind of resonated better with fans even. The trite dialogue and nakedly gratuitous violence and cursing and brooding in Titans make the whole show come off like a 13-year-old kid's attempt at making Daredevil or Legion. It's like the 6-year-old boy who wears shoe polish mustaches because he thinks they make him look cool. It's all just so forced and unnatural, and it looks so obvious. The other thing is the effects. The choreography and CGI on Titans may actually be worse than what's currently on The Flash. And believe me, that's saying something. Titans' effects and choreography make Marvel's Iron Fist Season 1 look like a masterpiece by comparison. I'm not even kidding when I say that I've seen YouTube videos where talented creators do a better job with choreography and effects than what you get in Titans. I don't know what the budget for Titans is, but either it's criminally small, or perhaps the creatives just use it all to create costumes, because that's the one thing that Titans has always done well, creating amazeballs costumes for its characters. Really, the latest exhibit of that is the Robin suit that Tim wears in the Season 4 Part 2 trailer. I mean, he's not ready to be Robin, obviously, but that suit definitely looks ready. And before some smart aleck starts mouthing off, telling me, hey, if you don't like the show, then just don't watch it and stop talking about it, stop complaining, I'm going to remind you that this is my YouTube channel, and that I am in the business of critiques for books, movies, and yes, TV shows like Titans. I might as well also remind you that creative criticism of what's bad in all three of those categories fuels creators to produce more of what's good in them. So you can go ahead and take a seat and shut up and not watch my videos if you don't want to hear the truth spoken in love. Now, just to make it clear, I want to be hyped for the rest of Titans Season 4. I want to believe that the final episodes will be an amazing send-off to Titans and a long-needed correction of Titans' many problems until now. But I've seen and or reviewed most of Titans since the beginning of Season 1, and I know better than to get my hopes up that the final 6 episodes will do anything but waste every tease and promise from the spectacular trailer, just like Titans as a show has been doing for 3.5 seasons now. At any rate, let me know what you all think about the trailer for Titans Season 4 Part 2, after you've watched it of course. How hyped are you for these last 6 episodes of Titans? Sound off in the comments below and tell me. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, click subscribe, and please ring that bell. So long.